What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Business Beavers podcast, a podcast about everything entrepreneur, business, and building your life and building your happiness with your hosts, Cody Smith and Mark Brisbois. Hope you enjoy this episode and make sure you hit that subscribe button. What's going on, everyone? So today we're going to talk about foods that basically help your brain function, more or less.
I actually have so many questions for you on this.
Do you?
I actually 100% do.
It's actually a very interesting topic.
It is, because a lot of...
You would not realize how much food impacts your brain function.
Yeah.
It's dramatic.
My mom has a degree in nutrition.
Man, we should have got her on here.
Oh,
fuck. Next time.
Should have known. Should have known.
Next time. But, yeah, well... Do you want to ask questions, or do you?
I actually do. So, in my opinion, what is your opinion on superfoods? Do you know what
like kale and stuff like that?
No. So, I work out a lot.
Yeah.
You know that, and when I go to buy my protein powder at should I say the business name? No. Okay. So when I go to buy my protein powder, my protein powder will be there, and then they'll have like fish oil pills, and they'll have like it looks like it's like in a very, very small like protein kind of like container, and it'll say like superfood green, and you like flip on the back and it'll have like all of these vitamins and nutrients.
So like supplements, minerals. Basically?
Yeah, like supplements, but not for protein.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah. Supplements
are, well, in the word, a supplement for main foods that you can't get in on a daily basis.
Right. And my opinion is, if you don't have time to get those main foods, then you're an idiot.
Basically. I mean, right. So things, and we'll jump into this more, but basically more things that you can eat healthy during the day are better for you than supplementing, right? So like pills and stuff like that. Obviously, you can't get in everything in a day. So that's where... like smoothies take into account. If you're gonna supplement, I'd recommend going with something that you probably aren't gonna get into like one of those stores where you're getting like, your protein powder, where it's like, hey, take an Instagram photo of me like buying this protein powder, and like those kind of like niche markets, because usually they're filled with a lot of fillers, like synthetic jelly, and I don't know what the other stuff is, but basically, like, they're not very concentrated supplements. So go into like a natural health food store, or shopping online.
Do you find fish oil pills work for you?
Absolutely, 100%.
Really?
So when I first started taking fish oil pills, it was for my joints and my knees when I was working out.
Does it help? It
didn't, but let me explain. It didn't when I first started taking them, because I was taking it was some like generic brand that they sell at like Shoppers Drug Mart, and like just you know what I mean. Like you pay like $20 and you get like 120 pills, and they're like, oh, take twice a day or something like that.
$20 for 120 pills? Oh fuck, man.
Well, like it was cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then my mom actually ended up buying me the stuff off the shopping channel, and it was like a little bottle like this, and the pills went from, I'm trying to illustrate with my hands, but I'll try to explain it. It went from almost being like a quarter size to like a penny size.
So it looked like kind of like those pills that you take for gravel, and then like it increases.
Yeah, exactly. So the ones that I was taking originally that didn't work, they were huge. They were like massive. They were like horse pills, and I would burp, and like it would just taste like shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. So then my mom bought me these ones, and they were literally like, I don't know, like a quarter of an inch in diameter. They were tiny. They were tiny little orange, like fish oil pills.
Yeah, they look like fish eggs.
Yeah, and I started taking those, and night and day. Like my knee never hurt, my shoulder never hurt.
Fuck, man, I should probably start taking those if that's the case.
But here's the thing, like you pay for what you get, and if you're paying, $20 for those 120 pills, and they're the size of, a horse pill, like you said.
So much filler.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just not as good as paying for something. I mean, I think those pills were $43 for 80, I want to say, which is basically a month's supply.
So you took those pills, but did you also eat fish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So fish is one of is the first thing on the list that we were going to talk about. Basically, fatty acids that fish are so highly concentrated in, right? Like your brain is 60% of fatty acids. So when you start depleting your fatty acid intake, your brain actually becomes like a brain fog almost. So you start losing like concentration, you start losing memory. Your brain basically just fogs up. So they say basically to eat, one fish fillet a day at least.
One fish fillet.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have a fillet is just sorry, you might have to edit this out, but a fillet is just like it's like I go to the
just a side of
store.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Basically, like anything that you see in the grocery store, is just the fillet side of thing, like the side of fish. That's the side of the fish, right? So, and there was a huge rumor going around years ago.
Because I don't eat one a day.
No, I don't either. I mean, but that's where
but
the fish.
Eat it enough for like it to count.
Yeah, fish is super good for you. It will always be good for you.
I don't understand the people that like can't eat sushi.
I think sushi's slightly different though, because
like,
you still get that rice and that filler inside of it.
You don't have to have the rice. Like you can get just like the flanks of fish.
It's true. You can get the salmon and stuff, right?
And
yeah, that's true.
It's absolutely delicious, and some people like I have taken friends there who cannot eat it.
Like eat any sushi whatsoever?
Yeah.
But Western culture though, like Western
culture loves sushi. Like you gotta be.
Like our side of things, like our American side.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of people don't like fish.
No, I mean a lot of people don't. But if we did a population like poll, how much do you think the population would be like in favor of fish as opposed to
like burgers? If you did a study and it was like, would you rather a burger or like a fish?
Oh, fish every day, bud.
For you and I, maybe, but 98% of the world out there, like in the American side, would probably go burger.
What does your diet look like on a day-to-day basis?
Oh, my diet is terrible right now.
Really?
Absolute shit. COVID really sucks.
COVID did, and now I'm back on that health wars.
I know. I'm trying to get back on there, but honestly, with not going to the gym, it's really hard to eat healthy and have that good mindset.
No, not at all. So here's what I do. My routine reflects my diet.
Yeah.
So I work out in the morning. Weekdays, I wake up at 4. I'm at the gym by 5. I'm back home by like quarter.
So you're still going to the
6:30.
gym?
Oh, yeah. 100%, bud.
Yeah.
Every day. And then, so my diet looks like I wake up in the morning, I step outside, I take a deep breath, and get real high.
Get high on that fresh air.
Right. I work out, I come home. My protein powder smoothie looks like water with ice, the powder, and then 2 eggs. And that's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
It is. It's really good. A lot of people giving me flack for the eggs.
As long as they're pasteurized, you can eat raw eggs.
I've always just eaten raw eggs. I don't know what you mean by pasteurized.
If you don't get pasteurized eggs, which are basically like when you buy eggs from the store, it'll say it on the side if they're pasteurized or not. I don't know what it means. I think it just means like they've been cleaned and. That's okay. I'm still eating. I don't know, but yeah. So continue.
Okay. Anyway, so I eat that, and then depending if I'm going to school or working, I will either just make myself like fish in a salad or a big salad with boneless chicken breast. I dice it up. I do not put any spices on it at all.
No?
Nope.
Why?
Nope, because it's extra calories.
So there's a company called Flavor Gods.
No, and I like it. I prefer it without the spice.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I like it. I don't like it. The
spice. I like it a lot. I like the spice.
And then at dinner, I either won't have dinner because I'll be full, or I'll have like a very small flank of steak with another salad.
Really?
Yep.
So you eat basically 2 full meals and a shake?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, do
you feel full?
I might snack. I might have like a tangerine here and there, a banana here and there, like in between my meals.
And you feel full?
No, I don't. I don't feel hungry.
Okay.
So I eat to not feel hungry. I don't like eating to feel full.
Right.
Like if I'm going to an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet or like a really nice restaurant.
Yeah, completely different.
Right. It's a different scenario. But I think what most people, I don't want to say most people because I feel like especially in North American culture, you eat till you're full instead of eating till you're not hungry.
Absolutely. So there was when I took nutrition back in college, we watched this video, and I forget the professor's name, but he did a study basically showing why obesity was so high. And a lot of it was because of like sugars and carbohydrates.
But their servings are massive.
And the servings are super massive. So he said it takes about 20 minutes for your brain to register that you have put food inside your stomach, basically. And that is processed because there's a chemical endorphin that goes from your stomach into your brain saying, okay, we've processed this amount of food. This is going to be enough for us. And then it takes time for that signal to get from your stomach to your brain, right? So he says it takes about 20 minutes. So when you go from that hungry feeling to you start eating, what happens is people will sit. And how long does it usually take for you to eat?
It depends what I'm eating. I would say about like 5
but just
8 minutes. 9
yeah,
minutes.
Just on average, usually less than 10 minutes for basically anybody, right? Yeah. So if you think about it, within 20 minutes, you can pack in a lot of food before you're like, oh shit, I'm really full. And that's what happens to people. They just keep eating and eating and eating to the point where in that 20-minute span, they're like, oh shit, I really don't feel good.
I've heard they don't give free refills in Europe.
That's smart.
It's honestly it probably counts for like why people are obese, because like fuck, it's a free refill. I might as well get an extra large.
Yeah, might as well get another pop for the road.
Right.
So he said, so he did a study with basically all these Americans, and he said, 20 minutes. So he said basically you have to make a plate, because he was more focusing on like child obesity, because child obesity in America has just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. So he said, you got the obvious ones. You got to cut fast food. You got to cut the real high sugars, the simple carbohydrates. But he said, give your kid a plate of food, and then if they eat that and they go, oh, I'm still hungry, you have to give them that buffer time where, it let their food digest and kind of process through. And if they're still hungry after that, then their metabolism is high enough to be able to, put more calorie intake into them, right?
Right.
So kind of use that mentality too. I mean, you already have, but just for the people listening. But going into the next one, actually, sorry, I just want to touch on a rumor of fish, actually. Because when I was working out years ago, The Rock actually inspired me to eat fish every day. Because that is one of his main staples in his diet is fish.
That guy's putting in like 3,000, 4,000 calories. So like
way more.
I believe it.
But so he has been eating fish every day for, I don't know, years, he said, when I was reading this article. And so I started looking into it, and there was a rumor going around saying that if you ate fish every day, you would actually acquire mercury poisoning into your blood. So what mercury is basically is because we've dumped so much shit into our lakes and oceans that it's actually created a bad environment for fish. Yeah. And fish actually have mercury sitting inside of them into their blood or into their whatever, right? Their meat or whatever it is. So there was a huge study saying that, if you ate too much fish, you would get mercury poisoning and basically could kill you. And I'm like, holy shit, like, I gotta stop eating tuna, I gotta stop eating fish. And then The Rock came out and was like, no, man, like, I eat fish every day, and I'm healthy, and I'm alive. And he even went, I have to find this article, but he even went and got his blood tested, and, like, there was no mercury inside of him.
But we don't know where he's getting his food from. So go into a superstore, like, because I'm sure he probably buys all the best food, all the nice food.
It's all organic and shit.
Straight up doesn't go to, like, the real Canadian superstore to get his food.
No frills.
Right? He doesn't shop at Loblaws.
Yeah. No, he's probably getting like fish farmed salmon.
He's probably having it delivered to him.
Yeah, and cooked.
Yeah, which is what they do in Hollywood.
Yeah.
There are companies that are dedicated to just like giving food to celebrities.
Yeah, just the best life. But I don't think it's true though. I think you would have to eat a large amount of fish every day to be able to acquire that kind of grade of mercury poisoning to actually harm you.
Everything in moderation is what I feel.
Absolutely.
Because for me, I mean, I'd love to eat fish every day, but as of right now, I'm trying to lower my calorie intake is maybe 1,500, 1,800 calories. Like, that's my buffer.
Wow.
per day? Well, the average man only needs 2,000.
Depends on your resting metabolic rate.
Okay, well, I don't need 2,000 calories a day.
No, but like for instance, I was eating 6,000 calories at one point in my life.
Fuck, man.
Like just when I was bulking, I'm like, I'm gonna see how big I can get. And there's like a sweet spot where I find where I felt like I would drop down in the summertime to like 184 pounds, and then in the winter I could be sitting at like 210, 215, maybe 220 even. And like just that dramatic difference, I felt the best when I was around like 195, 200.
Say alcohol. Do you think people should? Do you buy into that? Oh, a glass of wine a night is healthy.
Okay. I can't be on the fence with this one because I do feel yes and no. I feel like anything in moderation is fine.
Fine, yeah.
I don't think that drinking a glass of red wine is necessarily going to save you from Parkinson's or cancer or clear your brain.
Or like a heart attack.
Or a heart attack. Yeah, I just don't see it. Like it's fermented grapes and concentrated sugar.
Yeah, fair enough.
Basically, right? So like how is that going to give you any kind of health benefit?
I don't know.
Unless the fermentation process.
I love wine because I basically grew up with it. My mom was the estate manager at a winery.
Yeah, so
like, the wine I got was like the top shit.
Yeah.
Like straight up, like I would.
Okay. Number 2 on our list. Coffee.
How many cups of coffee do you have a day?
So a study. Me?
Yeah.
Oh, 2.
And what do you put? Sugar?
Yeah.
And you put cream in?
Yeah.
I'm not judging you. I'm silently judging you.
Yeah, I know. His eyes are judging me. Yeah, so 2 cups a day, roughly. 1 in the morning, 1 basically around noon to, kick the edge up a little bit.
We're actually drinking coffee right now. Would you like to say what kind of coffee we got so they can sponsor us?
Yeah, so we're drinking Kirkland coffee.
Would like to sponsor us.
Yeah, what okay, so going back to coffee. So, yeah, coffee's number 2 on our list.
Do you think tea is better than coffee?
Yes.
Why don't you drink tea?
I don't like the taste of it. I think
what about green tea?
Green tea is actually pretty good.
I've heard it's very healthy for you.
Very, very healthy for you. But what coffee actually does have some really good health benefits to it, and people don't realize it because they put so much shit into it that makes it bad for them. So people kind of, put that correlation together that coffee is actually not good for you. If you drink a dark roasted black coffee bean and put nothing inside of it,
so just black coffee.
So basically just black coffee. It actually has a really good health benefits of like antioxidants. It actually gives you endorphins in your brain to kind of curb depression.
That's what they put in pre-workout, the caffeine.
Caffeine and taurine. Taurine is super bad for you, but anyways, that's another topic.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's got a lot of health benefits. It blocks out. Let me just pull up this article here because I cannot pronounce this for the life of me, or was going to remember it. So it creates alertness by blocking a alert mechanism that your brain makes called adenosine. Yeah, adenosine. Adenosine. Sound about right?
Adenosine. I feel like for me, working out and having that caffeine, like, because I drink black coffee, sometimes with cream I will indulge.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
In moderation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I drink that, and then like an hour later, I'm ready to just crush weights.
And that's what studies say. Studies show that, a caffeine shot basically.
What about espresso? How do you feel about like those espresso shots where people just like, they basically take like a Monster Energy drink, put it on steroids,
and just shoot it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had espresso before, and I have to put a lot of sugar to get it down. Like, it is strong. It's strong.
Yeah, just take it like a T-Rex. Have you ever seen a T-Rex eat? They bite it, and then they tilt the head back, and they just like... shots!
You've
got crocodiles, because they can't chew it, so they just like...
They just swallow it.
Yeah,
it's basically what you do. Anyways, tea has less caffeine in it, so, for brain function, I think that, having a cup of coffee on a daily basis, this study shows, the one that I'm looking at right now,
do you have do you have toast with your coffee?
I have breakfast.
You're eating breakfast.
I have water whenever I eat. Usually.
This is just a quick tangent, but bread is not healthy for you at all. Right?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
The Business Beavers podcast just want to make it clear that bread isn't healthy for you, and I'm saying that not unironically.
No. But, so basically they're saying that, either way you do it, you can take 1 cup in the morning, or you can drink slowly throughout the day. But basically what coffee does is it blocks out those signals to the brain that go, oh, hey, you're tired, you haven't woken up yet, you don't want to concentrate on anything. So the study that this article that I read last night actually showed that people who took coffee intake compared to not taking coffee intake had a greater alertness and concentration. Right. And even with so many distractions happening nowadays, like you can be at work and simply, check your phone and get lost in half an hour. So they're saying that if you drink coffee, your concentration towards whatever task you're doing there's a lot less chance of you getting pulled off. And
fair enough.
You know what I mean?
It makes sense. Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. It's also, hang on, let me just pull this up here.
Because this one's your sources, by the way. Just
Healthline.
Okay.
Healthline.com. Okay. Yeah. Pretty reputable.
Good.
Shout out to Healthline. Thanks for helping us today. Really appreciate it. Learned a lot.
Right.
But some studies have shown that drinking coffee actually helps prevent Alzheimer's.
I can see that. But Alzheimer's
I don't know.
Is genetic, so it's really hard to say on one hand or
it's not going to stop it. But it could be a helpful preventative.
So don't just drink a coffee a day and then sit and stare at a couch. Stimulate your brain. Do puzzles.
Yeah. You have to work your brain. It's like a muscle at the end of the day.
Your brain is not a muscle.
No, but it's like a muscle.
Sort of. Yes, I can see.
Because if you're just like, oh, I'm going to study this and walk away from it and never touch it again, and then try and pick it up in 20 years.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, right? So. Coffee actually has a lot of antioxidants in it too, just so you know. So
maybe I'll just start drinking it black. Most of the time I do. But
well, I mean, here's
go exclusive.
Here's the thing: like, if you're gonna jump right into it and start drinking coffee, don't just drink black coffee. I think you kind of have to wean yourself off of it. Yeah. It's like beer; it's an acquired taste, right? Like a black coffee.
Do you think beer is acquired?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure, like genetically, some people just take to it like a fish to water.
I hated beer years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I started drinking it more and more, and now I like it.
Because like some people get into it by like they'll shoot whiskey and then like chase it with beer.
Good times.
Right?
Yeah. So wait, what do you mean? Like that's how they get into it? Is drinking?
Well, because like some people might go, I don't want to just drink it and like talk to a friend. Like, how do I word this? They'll
like the social side of things.
Because like once you're like really drunk. Like, you'll eat anything, you'll drink anything, like, your inhibitions, your brain goes, this isn't so bad. Have you ever had a food sober, and you go, oh, this is terrible, and then you're drunk and you eat it, and you go, it's okay, it's not bad.
Yeah, everything's better when you're drunk.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, like, imagine if you eat
McDonald's?
beer, but you're already drunk, and then you just...
Oh, yeah, when you're drunk, you don't really taste anything. Like, everything tastes better when you're drunk. Vodka goes down like water.
I wonder why that like there's the things that have blown like, and this is a myth. But breaking the seal is a myth.
I think it's a mental myth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think it's all in your head. I think it's mentally. You're like, oh god, I'm breaking the seal now. So now once you pee, you're like, that's all you're thinking about.
Yeah, but it's like when you think about it, you're drinking a fucking liquid like constantly. Like, hey, yeah, you're gonna pee, dum dum.
Yeah. Well, imagine if you took like 10 beers, poured them out. Fill them with water, you'd probably pee more drinking water than you would beer because beer actually dehydrates you.
Yeah, but it's still a liquid.
No, but you know what I mean, though? I do. It doesn't matter what liquid you're drinking if you break the seal. But, anyways. Into the next one. Number...
Trois.
Number 3 on our list. What do you think it is?
Actually, oh man, I'm on the spot. Give me a hint.
It's a berry.
Really?
Yeah.
Blueberries.
You looked, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
You looked at my list.
No, my grandpa eats it like popcorn.
Yeah, my dad years ago was like, you have to eat blueberries. It helps your brain. I'm like, nah, that's bullshit, man. That's bullshit.
You think it is?
No, absolutely not.
Because I just bought a container and I just chomped through it.
They're good.
After my grandpa, yeah,
they're really good.
It like fucking popcorn. Like I would go to British Columbia to go fishing with my grandpa. Like I would stay the whole week.
Yeah.
And then we would go blueberry picking, and he would get like Cody. He'd get like buckets like this tall, like this wide, and just fill it.
Oh.
Fill it, and then I would like.
Just from a field, or was he buying them?
He was from a field. He picked them.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I mean, he's retired, so like, fuck. What else do you do?
Yeah.
Good man. He's a good guy.
Yep. But... No, so they're saying that the deeper colored a berry is, basically, so in this case a blueberry, the deeper colored blue it is, so the darker it is, the more antioxidants it actually has into...
Do you like cherries?
I love cherries.
I hate cherries.
Really?
Hate cherries.
So basically blueberries it has an antioxidant in it that is supposed to...
Can you describe for our audience what an antioxidant is? Because you've said that word.
Can you?
Times. No, I can't.
Jeez, by definition, I can't, but let's pull it up here.
Oh my god. It's a molecule that inhibits the oxidation of other molecules.
Antioxidants are molecules that fight free radicals in your body. Free radicals are compounds that cause harm if their levels become too high in your body.
Makes sense. Okay, great.
Makes sense? All right. So we want antioxidants in our body.
Is there such a thing as too much of a good thing?
I think in anything, but I mean, if you have a lot of antioxidants in your body, at least you're staying healthy, right? So, but the one cool thing is, so this article said that, so they did an animal study and a human study. Both studies found that blueberries actually helped delay short-term memory loss. And it improved it. True. Mark needs that.
Listen, bud.
Yep.
Listen, pal.
He keeps forgetting about me.
My memory's good. It's just short.
God damn. Oh, my Lord. Blueberries actually also help you improve signals between your brain. Yeah, so a superfood like this one, turmeric.
It's not a super... So the superfoods I'm referring to, like we've already talked about it, but it really is... I do not know if it helps or if it doesn't help. Like I feel like...
You know kale's a superfood, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Do you eat a lot of kale?
No.
I don't either. I've never...
Kale's really hard to get down. It's hard.
Really?
Yeah. It's got a very, like
asparagus?
I love asparagus.
Apparently, there's a gene, actually, that's... and I saw this the other day. There's a gene where if you pee after eating asparagus, your pee smells terrible.
If you eat a lot of it, yeah.
No, 50% of the people, I think like 50% of North Americans have that gene where you can smell that pee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if I have it.
When I pee after eating asparagus, I don't smell anything.
I don't think I do either. Yeah. But asparagus is really good for you. Not essentially for your brain, but it's a really good dietary fiber. So if you're feeling really bloated...
No kidding.
Yeah, it really it helps you digest something in like an enzyme in your stomach.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but turmeric, get this, is actually scientifically proven to help depression.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try it. I don't think I have depression, but maybe that's what that depression is. Tricking me.
It's tricking you.
Yeah,
it's saying, hey, you don't have depression.
Yeah, you don't have depression.
I'm not really here. As it eats away at your brain.
As like it's just there smiling at me when I go to sleep.
Mark's got some dark skeletons in his closet.
Dark skeletons.
At least his bed is made, though.
Yeah, they sleep with me.
Right. They helping you make your bed.
They do.
Yeah, turmeric is supposed to help ease depression and actually create new brain growth.
Wow. Jeez,
yeah.
So my brain used to be 3.5 and now it's 4.1.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks to turmeric. he's talking millimeters. We should. Okay. Do you want to like? I got one more that I really want to share because this is kind of cool. Actually, you know what? It was fun. It was fun letting you guess. So let's see if you can get this one. I'll give you a hint. It's a seed.
Sunflower seeds.
No, but close. I'm thinking more like Halloween seeds.
Halloween? What?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? Halloween seeds?
Yeah. I was just giving you another hint.
I don't even know where to start.
Pumpkin seeds?
No. What? Did people eat pumpkin seeds?
Yeah. Yeah. So listen to this.
It never even occurred. I hate
pumpkin seeds too, but listen to this. They're an excellent source of magnesium, iron, zinc, and copper.
Yeah, I just dig up the earth and I eat those metals. I don't need to.
Mark's just chewing on rock.
I suck on it like a lollipop.
So zinc, if you have a deficiency in zinc, it's linked to Alzheimer's disease, depression, possibly Parkinson's disease. Wow. The really cool one here, though, because obviously you need magnesium and copper, but I found this really interesting. If you're deficient in iron, it actually gives you brain fog and impairs your brain.
I know somebody very, very, very close to me who is getting injected by irons, and it's keeping them alive.
Really?
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how much you need iron, like how sufficient it is in your body.
It's super, super important.
Yeah. So, I mean, you don't have to get zinc from just pumpkin seeds. You can get it from like any like red meats and stuff like that. So,
but if you're a vegetarian, this is a good opportunity.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have to eat pumpkin seeds or supplement. A lot of vegetarians supplement with, multivitamins and certain vitamins to be able to get all that in there.
Vitamins and minerals?
What?
I just said vitamins and minerals, but with a silly voice.
That was good.
Thank you.
So pumpkin seeds, they also have copper in them, actually. And so the copper mineral apparently is supposed to help you fire neurons in your brain to make them communicate a lot better. So, quite handy. So, got anything for us, Mark? Got any beaver building news?
At the top of my head, I don't.
No?
Is there anything? Like,
Mark's short on words.
Food related?
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be the next big dietary thing that's gonna like explode?
Oh, the next dietary fad?
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, kale was a huge thing. Avocado was a huge thing.
Like, cause sorry.
No, I think it's gonna be like a vegetable, like a side vegetable that people haven't really heard about too much, or is gonna make a comeback. Like, I think, beets might come back in, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my god! Like, everybody needs to eat beets because it has antioxidants and it's a root."
Did you see that Joe Rogan episode where he just said the only meat diet?
No.
Yeah, apparently Joe Rogan was going. Oh, he made a video of him before he went on the all meat diet, and he had a bit of an HGH gut.
Yeah.
And then he went on the all meats diet, and then he got shredded.
Yeah.
And he just said, "I feel amazing. I feel great." And there were people in the comments saying they felt great, but like they had terrible shits.
Yeah.
It's food for thought.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't either.
No, you don't get enough vitamins and minerals from it. Like, I think the caveman diet can be healthy for you, but you still have to get those certain nutritional
in my opinion,
balances,
unless
right?
You don't have a dietary reason for doing it. I mean, I don't want to tell anyone to eat like. I don't want to force like my opinion on anyone, but I feel like human beings are omnivores. You should have an omnivore diet.
Oh, can we end this on foods that you think people shouldn't eat?
Yeah.
Not necessarily just for brain function, but for health and dietary function.
This is going to be an unpopular ice cream, straight up. Like
ice
cream, Reese cups, like sugar. Halloween is a terrible holiday.
Yeah, so simplistic sugars, basically. And what I mean by simplistic sugars is sugar that has been broken down.
Sugar in your coffee is terrible.
Yeah.
White sugar is bad. Brown sugar is bad.
Yeah. Simple carbohydrates like breads, white rices, white bread, white pastas, all terrible for you.
All pastas are terrible.
Yeah.
I think and even gluten free. It's
still the same shit.
What they're doing is with gluten free foods, because gluten is what gives it flavor. Like, it helps give it flavor. So when you take the gluten out, it tastes terrible, and it's not sellable. So they go, well, we have to put different sugars in it to give it that like pop.
Oh, really?
Flavor. Yeah.
Wow. Do you know how white rice is made?
I do not.
So white rice is actually brown rice, and they've taken the husk off around it, which is the nutritional part of it. One more thing before we go. I just want to touch on why those white rices and everything is super bad for you. What simple carbohydrates actually does to your body is it spikes your insulin levels. Yeah, so if you're sitting, imagine like a heartbeat monitor for a second, okay? So imagine you're kind of straight across the board, you're hungry, so it starts dipping a little bit, you start feeling pretty sluggish, right?
Yeah.
And then you have, let's say, a spaghetti with white pastas. Your insulin will actually spike basically almost off the charts. And as you're eating it, and about probably 20 minutes to a half an hour later, you're like wired, you're like, you kind of feel okay if you didn't like eat yourself to like an obesity level, and your insulin levels will actually spike, and then you'll drop. And now you feel sluggish, you feel like shit, you're like, I want a nap, I want to go to bed now.
Yeah, turkey does that too.
Turkey has that because it's got a certain chemical inside of it.
Yeah.
That your receptors in your brain start firing and go, oh, I'm tired.
Birds.
I know, the damn turkeys. Right? But if you eat, say, like a sweet potato, for instance, or a whole grain brown rice, your insulin level is actually spiked to a very, very minimal level, to the point where you can't even really see it on a graph. And that's why you kind of feel constant. And you don't really feel like shit after you eat those. So, food for thought. Eat complex.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Business Beavers podcast. It means the world to us that you listen to these episodes. We also love seeing you out there, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like this episode, or if you just like us. And make sure to browse through our previous episodes, because we got a ton of content coming up, and we did a ton of content, so make sure you check that out too, and we'll see you next week.